All right, so I am on back on Twitter, and this is going to be another thing on Stoic Calm and what they used to call Twitter. Now they call X. Elon changed the name, and so I changed the name, and this is part six of that situation. I did a show earlier today called "Conservative Cave Beast Daddy and Woke Leftist Mommy," and there are a few things that made me do that story. One, I was on this show called Chaotic Truth or CT Reacts. I don't remember which one, but it had a gentleman from who read who was a disciple of Neely Fuller Jr. And I've been around that kind of stuff as a kid. Actually, my father, he helped run a Senate campaign. I think he was a former Black Panther, but my father was rather schooled in that kind of stuff. One of his first documentaries was about Manson, and Manson thought there was going to be a race war. So I was kind of schooled in some of that stuff, and my father, to a degree, I felt kind of victimized by him, by the way he treated me, and I felt, there were disadvantages to him. And there was a time I started to quote some of that Malcolm X, Neely Fuller stuff on him, and he just looked at me and said, "Boy, don't come at me with that jailhouse philosophy, that poverty philosophy. I've been looking at the same, I've been studying the same loser philosophy as you for a longer period of time, and I realized long ago that stuff was for losers to blame you." He's like, his philosophy was, "You want to do me in, do me in. Put the bullet in me. Don't read me no bedtime story, because I've done heard all of it. Don't read me the bedtime story I told you." So I was on Twitter. It was an issue with the UK. I think it was London. But these two black Muslim girls were taking down signs that were posted. And I put up, is there any way to expel these two clowns? To revoke their citizenship and expel them? Because they don't mean nothing good. They don't respect the British culture. They don't respect the British people or the English people. They have no respect to where they are. And would they act like that in Japan? Maybe. There was that guy, Johnny Somali, who acted the fool, but they put his ass in jail. And I think he's facing some serious time, and he was going, "Call the embassy." Now he's, all brave and stuff when he thinks he can get away with stuff. And then when he gets caught, now he's a big baby. But these Neely Fuller people, these revolutionaries, they want nothing good for you. Again, they call you a cave beast. And the woke leftists, I guess some of them might be waking up to the kinds of things that they will do to you and wish to do to you because they believe that they're oppressed, which I've known for a long time. Because look, I was one of them angry dudes. I felt like, man, I was cheated by the system. I was cheated by, and the things I wanted to do to them. I may not be a black man, but again, a lot of folks feel, like misused and abused. And what are you going to do with people you think misuse and abuse you? You ain't going to do nothing. You're not going to do anything nice You're not going to do anything pleasant. And again, we got a lot of educated people who are in establishments of power who believe the people that look like me are users and abusers. They'll stay up in their, they'll stay up right in their ivory towers and point the finger at me. They might even point the finger at themselves, but they're not gonna, on average, be subject to the same behaviors as the people who are poor. You know, the whites who are poor and disenfranchised, and the abuse and the racial abuse that they're going to take. Because these people mean nothing good for you. When you are, when you're considered part of the oppressor class and you are poor, what do you think is going to happen to you? What kind of behavior, how do you think you're going to be treated? You think they have empathy for you? Nah, man. You step out of line, they have no forgiveness for you. They have no anything for you. And then you're allowing this, like you're allowing it in your country. Now, a lot of people have no choice. And the British monarch, did they ever say anything? I mean, they'll say stuff about climate change. They'll say stuff about white racism. You think they'll ever say anything about the Muslim grooming gangs that victimize British girls? You think any of them are going to say anything about that? No. So they're fakes. They pick and choose what they want. They pick and choose what victims they're going to champion and what victims they're going to ignore. It's all fake. And now some of these leftist groups, you know, because of what's happening in Israel, they're now, you know, speaking out against it. But they'll pick and choose their victims too. Will Johnny come lately? Jonathan Greenblatt should be Johnny come lately on how vicious these leftists are. Finally, kind of realizing, but is he going to go? Is he going to go against the woke? I doubt it. Anyway, this has been Brian with Transparency and Merit and Walk Against the Woke. Also, Walk Woke. Like, subscribe, leave a comment down below. Thank you for listening. Those few that do listen. Yeah.